Hello, everybody. This is Linkara, and this is Kickassia. And joining me this wonderful, early morning, I should say, is first up the man from Phelous Who, or Phelous at the Movies, Phelous.
Hi! I'm so glad to be doing another commentary on this.
Next up, she's bold, she's beautiful, she apparently hates My Little Pony. No, she doesn't.
Don't tell them! They'll find me!
I'm sorry. Obscurus Lupa.
Hi, I don't hate My Little Pony. Please don't find me.
I hate it.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here first. And finally, he bashes, he smashes the Nash.
What?
Exactly.
Why am I here? I wasn't even in this.
Yeah. That's
Well,
weird.
here's the thing.
You're the only one.
A lot of people have asked me for a Kickassia commentary, but the thing is, I didn't think I could fill this up alone for an hour and a half. Plus, so I decided I wanted to get some people in here who weren't actually in it and who weren't on the site at the time to give their reactions and how they reacted to the movie when it was being presented and just what they thought of it themselves.
So that's why I'm here. Okay.
Exactly, Phelous. We know you weren't actually in the movie.
What are you talking about? I was in Kickassia.
I wasn't
Yeah.
talking about you, Lupa. I
just
saw
Nash.
you in your scenes. They were
Yeah, I definitely didn't digitally
Your
add
part was
myself.
my
I
favorite
there.
in this, actually, so.
well, some scenes we did have to digitally add you in, but they were so seamless that you couldn't tell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the
I heard
best.
Ben's eye was green screened in, though, so...
Well, they could really fly him all the way from France. That's realistic.
I mean, that's like all the way across the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only got people from America in these videos. Everyone else, no.
Yeah. It's just not possible. Okay.
What I love about Benzai's digital cameo is that he had to create a spoony dummy for him to hit in that one scene in the hotel.
It turned out really well.
They flew Spoonie out to France to film their and then green screen them both in. It was just cheaper to do it that way.
Yeah. Guys are learning so much about the production.
It was a thrilling production. Half the people were not there. We had to digitally add them in, and just beautiful, beautiful special effects work from Phelous on it.
Yeah. I'm really glad I did all that.
I heard you use the same technology that they used on Avatar.
I know. I'm really good like that. I've got lots
But
of
yes,
money.
Kickassia and the Withering Eye.
Yeah,
I like to try to figure out the truth behind the titles. I know there's nothing actually behind them, but I like to imagine. I try to decipher it. Like the Withering Eye is actually a tale of Kevin Baugh himself, because he is growing older and his reign is slowly self-destructing, and so his watch over Molossia is losing its hold. He can't keep an eye on it anymore.
He's getting married pretty soon.
Yeah, royal wedding.
No, the royal wedding. They've been announcing it on Twitter. It's like a month from now.
And that's
of course,
exactly why we're doing this now. In celebration.
Exactly.
I loved this. We were like always off to the side just watching all this stuff going on.
I'm fine. Anyway, I
Yeah.
run a website that has all sorts of reviewers that come together, and
What was it like to film this part, Nash?
we're pretty successful.
I don't know. I wasn't there. Why are you asking me?
Oh my
People
gosh.
still don't know. People still are like, who is that Nash guy? Is he on the site? I've never heard of him before. Been there a year!
What do you mean you weren't there? All of us were.
Yeah.
I remember you being there.
Yeah.
I think the truth behind this is that Nash was secretly operated on by Molossia, and they have erased his memory of it because of some information he probably had about secret Molossian projects.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're spouting you're starting fanfic as you're speaking. It's going to involve someone probing me somehow.
Dude, that's half a fan fiction already. I don't think they'll be able to tell the difference.
I actually get really mad when someone brings up Kickassia and they don't mention Nash. So
Okay, I'm not saying that I wasn't in this, but I will say that when I was invited to the site, I knew 2 months before I premiered on there. And when this came out, I was really sad that I wasn't on the site yet. But I'm not saying that I wasn't in it. But if I wasn't, that's how I would have felt.
I did like 5 different takes of getting the phone call, and I really wanted him to use the ones where I'm using the Power Rangers communicator.
yeah.
Probably
Yes,
went,
convince
"What
Sword
the
on.
fuck?"
I mean,
Nope.
Dr. Critic.
Imagine if you were on the site for one of these and you found out you were the cutoff. Wouldn't that suck?
I'm really still sad that you didn't get to come to the brawl, because we joined at the site at the exact same time.
Yeah, I did a lot of listening to Simple Plan after that.
No, you just called me up and said it's time. Like,
I got cut off from this year.
What Mashad said, like, on Transmission Awesome, I think it was, like, yeah, the cutoff was Phelous. He almost came, but he didn't. It's like, oh,
Oh, why would you say that? That's so sad.
yeah. That's how I found that out.
Yeah, it's 3:22 p.m.
what?
I thought you were asking what time it was.
No, I'm telling you it is.
This was a good way to do cameos, for the people who weren't gonna come from the brawl the previous year.
Behind you 110%, critic. Any Chick-fil-A's refusing
Except for the nerd, because as we know, the nerd is not in this, and he will never be in it. God.
Yeah, he really hates the site and can't stand Doug.
The invasion of Molossia. What is Molossia?
Thing I love about Joe is he does over the top so beautifully.
But like, I'm watching this without sound right now in his face.
When
It's-
Joe
it's
originally
eyes.
when-
He does crazy eyes well.
When Joe was originally pitching around to try to join the site, I got, I think, a private message from him, and I watched his stuff, and I'm like, man, oh man, I really want him on the site, because he's got the raw energy. His videos aren't always funny, but they're always entertaining. He has that charisma and charm about him.
When I first watched one of Joe's videos, I was just getting into the site. Like, I think it was after the Brawl had come out, and so I had to, like, I was checking out all the other reviewers I hadn't seen, and I was just clicking blindly on names. And the first one I watched of his, I didn't know what was going on. Like, there was the army guys were coming out, and he was talking about something. It may have been a video game I just didn't know about. But I was terribly confused.
From the way he described it, I think you're talking about his Terminator Salvation review.
I need your help. We are taking
I don't know. No, well that would have been after the Brawl though, right? I mean, a while after.
I can't remember.
Huh? Doing what?
No,
We
it
have too many videos.
Well, I don't think it'd be Terminator Salvation because that was a while later, I think. But
There's a deleted
yeah,
scene.
that happens sometimes. Trying to watch everyone's videos. That's when I first saw you was in the Brawl. I hadn't watched any of your videos before. I think I'd only seen Lindsay's, Doug's, and the Nerds probably at that point.
Just saw this hobo-looking guy who kept yelling that he was a man.
I had this feeling that you were really important though, because they kept like making you look important. I'm like, oh, must be an important reviewer.
It was cool that I
That
got-
wasn't
I was-
true.
It was cool that I was the one who shot off Kyle Justin's hat.
Yeah.
And
See, I
then
remember-
Benzai punched me.
I remember starting watching the site when, in a day, you could watch the entire backlog on the entire site and just get it all out of the way. Now, not possible.
The first video I ever watched was one of Lindsay's. It was her Pocahontas review, and I found it on YouTube because someone had mentioned it on a forum I was at, and they were like, hey, what do you think of what big-lipped alligator moments are in this show? And I'm like, what the fuck's a big-lipped alligator? So that's how that happened.
I love the deleted scenes for a lot of stuff that was in Kickassia, like Little Miss Gamer doing her own callback to the brawl by saying, "Hey, have you seen that Spoony guy? Can you punch him for me?"
Yeah.
I'm bummed I've never gotten to talk to her since she left the site before I came on. But she seems nice.
Oh, she was very nice. She was probably, I think, she might have been the oldest of us at the brawl. I think she was 31 years old.
She really
Oh
doesn't
God,
seem...
I hate you all.
You mad, bro?
Shut up. Bunch of kids. I'm working with a bunch of kids, I swear.
Indeed.
This is
You know, I'm
Doug talking to us from all the way back in Chicago.
Justin celebrated his birthday while we were in Reno.
That's cool.
We basically filled up half of a Chinese restaurant, and there was only like one guy working there, so each meal came out like one at a time. I think we were there for like an hour and a half just waiting for more food.
I had
every time I
green
see-
tea ice cream. It's the only thing I'd eat there, pretty much.
Every time I see clips of Kickassia with Justin in them, I forget how long his hair was. Until I see it again.
Yeah, we also had Mexican Spider-Man in this during while we were filming this too.
What?
Yeah, it was a great cameo.
What?
There was a maintenance worker right outside our window trying to repair stuff.
Yeah, I
Wait,
remember-
wasn't he
All the
Mexican
rooms
Batman?
to be outside of.
I thought he was
yelling
Mexican
down, "I need
Batman,
light!"
not Spider.
Well, I was hanging out with him the whole time. That's why you don't see me in these shots.
Oh,
I know you were having that side quest adventure.
Yeah, they're gonna release that as a special thing. Like, you know how the Get Smart remake had the two side guys doing their own thing in a spin-off? It's gonna be like that, except it's me and Kickassia, and like you'll see like, you know, the whole group in the background like fighting, and then I'm doing something else. Like I have to help some guy repair a fence, and we have some
Wait.
trouble with it.
You were working against us. That fence was a big obstacle.
Yeah. See, that's where it all ties together.
You
You had
traitor.
no idea about it until you saw the full story.
oh God, poor Mickey.
Mickey
He
was
loves
violent
that
the
and
entire
8-bit
time.
Mickey line. Wait.
What was that with Matthew and the tear?
It's so beautiful.
He makes me laugh.
You are so beautiful.
He's good at hammy acting too. I know, like he's like, oh, that was my hammy moment. And like, yep, sure
Yeah, I
was.
remember the huge reaction of people to Film Brain's performance. People were like, "What's with his performance? He's not like this on his show. He's serious and smart. Why is he so toady?"
Because it's funny.
Exactly. That's exactly why.
I said it before. I think half the people watching the site, they've never seen Saturday Night Live in their life, and if they did, their head would explode.
I don't know. Film Brain's character confuses me. He's all over the place. You know, I'm kind of bummed that that Jason wasn't in Suburban Nights, because he was originally supposed to be one of the dwarfs to my Snow White. I'm really curious how that originally was supposed to play out.
I would have loved to see that, because I guess just imagine like you asking for very princessy things, like, "Oh, there seems to be some kind of mud pile in the way. Could one of you give up your cape over it?" And then just Lord Cat going, "What wrong with you? You step over it yourself, or go to the side, you stupid bitch."
That would be, or he throws me in the mud puddle and just keeps going.
And he throws you in the woods, and that's when we reenact that Evil Dead scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that petting Film Brain on the head there, that's just creepy.
And we just filmed, and we filmed this very first thing we filmed. I think we had gotten up at like 5 or 6 in the morning, driven out there the hour-long drive, and our first thing to do, walk outside in a straight line, and we did it like 5 or 6 times.
Wait,
And then run in a straight line.
The glamorous life.
Shirt in Suburban Nights.
What?
Was Phil Brain wearing that same shirt in Suburban Nights?
He might have.
I think he was wearing the same thing when we were sitting on the couch.
Well, we all have our reviewer clothes, and his is that shirt apparently.
Did you guys actually see did you guys see who ran fastest in this scene and it was like too slow? Because it looked like a race going on there, and I saw Bennett in the back just sort of lagging behind.
Lord Cat was always lagging behind. I think he hurt his legs on doing it. It was. Here's the thing, that was also on a hill. It was not like huge slant, but it was running uphill.
Yeah.
And we kept tripping on the driveway because it's just a bunch of stones and whatnot. I tripped and
Paw was
fell.
booking it. See how fast Paw was going? He beat everyone.
I'm twirling my hat.
One of the things I was surprised about was how cold it was during the day there too.
That desert was horrific. I was constant. I had like a runny nose the entire time. I was feeling miserable, which is why for Suburban Nights I brought along an entire bag of medication with me just so I wouldn't have to endure that again.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
didn't get
the
our
weather
sons-
was not ideal in Suburban Nights either. But
True.
What? It was perfect. How dare you?
That is true, but the thing is, our weather difficulties are always different each time we do them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure with the brawl it wasn't so bad.
The brawl was fine considering we filmed the entire thing indoors.
Yeah.
We're lucky during this one we never got those crazy winds we did when we're shooting some of the indoor stuff.
Which is surprising considering it was actually pretty windy out there.
It got crazy windy. Like at one point Brad and I were just outside talking and we could barely hear each other at one point. It got so crazy. We're like, all right, let's go in. This isn't fun to be out here.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we use weapons?
It's been a while since I've watched this. I have the DVD, but it's been a while.
As do I.
I watched this once when it came out. I didn't even watch it again when I did the other commentary.
See, Doug doesn't believe in magic, but he knows to call my weapon the magic gun. The continuity is broken. It's ruined. This entire thing is ruined now.
I hate this.
Everything is ruined forever.
Poor Joe and his MP5s.
You seem so happy with that.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
didn't he got caught by airport security?
Yep, apparently it's something like his name is the same name as someone who's on the no-fly list.
Oh, that's not good, especially with. Do you have anything
with
to
the fake
declare?
weapons,
Yeah, I
yeah.
have guns.
Yeah.
And
I
I
had
remember
my camera
Mickey
gun.
was forging those copper gauntlets or whatever that material they were like beforehand. I think they were actually like flat and not crumpled like that. And I'm not sure what I was doing with my bear. I think I just wanted to include my teddy bear in this somehow. So I came up with this. Okay, I'll make him into like this grappling hook, and then I'll abandon the plan and just grab my gun.
I like that you bring it back up though when you're discussing the risk plan. It's like, all right, we're seriously going to do this bear on a rope thing.
It was all part of the plan.
Yeah, it would have worked. We should have done it.
It was one of the many bits we had to cut for time because we were running out of time.
Okay, well, there's the first one.
And part 1. We'll continue in a moment.
Part 2.
Part 2. And we're back with part 2 of Kickassia.
What's treacle?
What is treacle?
It's like
Some named
molasses.
toy.
Because we asked that in the
Okay.
other commentary I did, and people got really angry. They said, I can't believe you don't know what treacle is.
Treacle sounds like-
I am not a walking dictionary. we filmed this.
Treacle sounds like something like if you have to go to the bathroom but you can't hold it and you accidentally.
Oh no, I treacled myself.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I love the magic of filmmaking here because it's still daylight outside. We just put the curtain over it, and it gives that yellow light, so it makes it seem like it's dark outside.
I can't
Seriously, I
stand
thought
the
they put like a
yellow
filter or something on this.
No, I think we also had to like tape it up too because there were like little streams of light still coming in from other spots.
Yeah, it shows up a bit when Spoonie does the transformation because he pulls it. And you can see it's still day.
See, this is how you do day for night. You don't actually show the sky.
Actually, these should be tinted blue for day for night. And I don't know.
Yellow is much more of a night color.
At least we don't have to worry about that stupid Green Lantern.
Broke the fourth wall. This thing's
We
ruined.
do that a lot. We keep looking at the camera,
Yeah,
and we do it all dramatically.
we're the worst.
Here is like, holy crap!
Whoa.
But yeah, it was really cold out. We'd like gone like I don't know how many feet away, 200-300 feet away from the house, and through all those shrubs and bushes and like cacti.
Yeah.
Mars Girl had just come from Japan on another trip. She had like stopped over in Texas for like 2 hours and then come over to Reno. She had no clean clothes, and she had gotten a bunch of Sentai masks from a dollar store. I'm really jealous because I think those are awesome.
Didn't she just come back from someplace else when Suburban Nights started too?
She might have. She travels a lot.
Yeah.
Like it may have been Japan again, or it may have been someplace else. But she was in another country, and then Suburban Nights.
But yeah, the masks themselves, they were nice for our thing because we both were both. She had done anime stuff, and I was doing the history of Power Rangers, so we had this kind of Japanese Sentai thing going for us. And if you notice us, anytime you see us, we're always trying to mirror our poses to try to do a Sentai-like thing.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? I don't like him.
No, I don't like anyone
Yeah, that's
in
what
this.
she kept saying on that.
Why, that's Phallus. He reviews romantic comedies.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, that's Seloof who does that.
Oh, he's so not Maida.
Whatever that means.
We're gonna have a mirror universe anniversary someday, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Run of Kickassia, which is right over there.
But it's gonna take us a long time to get there.
It takes a really long time. Of course, I don't know if we're running. This is very much like Suburban Nights. We're running over the same patches of land over and over and over.
Yeah.
Isn't this where the injuries happened?
This is right here. I think is where Rob fell
That's
down.
where
and hurt his
Rob's
legs badly.
happened. Jason's happened on the road.
I also love how Rob's like, I'm fine, keep filming.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, when we're filming a big production like this, we've already spent all the money to bring us out here. We've got to soldier on. And I recall.
Oh no, Shadow
we
on the
actually-
Rock. I can't believe it.
And of course, this moment everybody loved. The taking off the mask was, of course, improvised, and the hat along with it because, of course, Doug hadn't planned for us to have the mask there, but I think it made for like a much more dramatic thing with me taking off the mask and that.
Yeah, definitely.
We
If
did
you
two or
look really
three.
closely in the background, You see me building that fence with Mexican Spider-Man?
Oh yeah. Hey.
Damn you!
Oh, and of course, the Disneyland bit was improvised because I think his review had just come out, Spoonie's review of that, and we were just coming up with like, and Doug was like very unspecific in the script, just like, oh God, Montesquieu, you're dying, that kind of thing. So I was just like, you want me to tell you about Disneyland?
I remember how Doug decided to do that or not. You guys suggested it, and I think everyone started laughing. He's like, okay, do it. I guess it's funny then.
They covered in my masculine arms. Actually, we all, I think some people, I can't remember who, offered Doug some more realistic explosion effects for all this, but he
Why
said
did
he didn't.
duck into the explosion there. Bennett like ducked into it.
No,
It's
what he's
supposed
doing
to hit
is
that
He's
rock.
supposed to be hitting that rock, and it's like the tiny rock is protecting him.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not very clear.
But yeah, the reason why he didn't want to use the other explosions was he didn't want people to think that we'd actually like put explosives anywhere in here that would risk our lives.
What?
I never heard that reason.
I think it was Joe who had offered effects, and that's what he had told Joe.
The bullets do nothing.
Interesting.
I'm sorry. When I first saw that scene, I laughed my ass off.
Oh, you think it was funny there? Try being there. No, yeah.
I want to try being there, but I can't go back in time.
There's
I'm
your
sorry,
handiwork.
It's like we kept cracking up, just all the things Joe was doing. It's like yelling, and of course carrying the ladder.
What? Phelan, do you have a water bottle in your pocket?
Yep. That actually bugged me. I see. I was like, oh, why didn't I take the water bottle out of my pocket?
Oh, this was priceless coming up.
But I mean, I'm
I
in the
loved
desert.
this.
Yeah.
Justin is fantastic.
Justin is a phenomenal actor with this stuff. He plays the damaged, I don't want to say coward or weakling, but it's like emotionally scarred. He does really well. It's just a toy train.
You notice I changed hands when I grabbed him up there? That makes no sense. This thing's ruined.
I love Barry's part in this. He's one of the critical characters. If his acting wasn't perfect, it would have ruined the entire thing. But Barry just nailed it.
Well, it's a good thing he doesn't have a French accent, or that would really throw things off. Entai set me straight on that.
Okay, so the president of Molossia, how did you get him into this nonsense? I mean, I know how he signed on for it, but just being there shooting it, how did you get him into the craziness?
I don't know. I know that he was deliberately underplaying his performance. It was deliberate for him just to be like kind of whatever.
Yeah.
I think Doug wanted him to be more over the top, and he was like, no, it's better if I just like am not caring.
Well, I heard Doug said, he should play it like, whatever, I'll get this place back soon enough. So. I remember he did suggest, though, that he do an accent when he changes characters, and Boss said he didn't think he should.
It's Lee!
It's funnier that way.
Yeah.
It's funnier that his character doesn't change at all, except the costume.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm Fritz
Okay.
von Baugh. But it's so obviously you. Yeah, I get that a lot. Actually, when I had first heard, Michaud I had asked Michaud like half a year earlier before this, what they had planned to do for the anniversary, and I was just like, really? You're gonna invade a mic? Did you get permission?
Yeah.
No, we're just gonna show up.
I was afraid of this entire idea. I was like, because for one thing, I didn't know how, Kevin Baugh would be like. I didn't know if he was like actually like insane, like had I don't know feet. I was afraid this was like
welcome to my house. It's like a torture chamber. Sit wherever you guys like. The rack. I don't think I want to sit there.
I was definitely afraid that would be the case. Instead, you know what he's got on his wall? Autographed photos of Star Trek actors.
Yeah, that was funny. It's this whole
I'm
wall
jealous.
of that.
So you were sitting there in fear of, we're going to go to the desert. No one's ever going to see us again.
Just a teensy bit, because it seemed
I
like
love
a little
this bit with
unbelievable
the
the way that
family.
Michaud had pitched it to me.
Mhm.
Like,
Sorry, I
we're
love
going to invade
the
someone's
Joe
country?
and the
I
family.
don't think...
My friends, this is indeed a great day. We have given birth to a
Oh, God, Joe.
I don't care.
Joe is priceless in this. I love it. I love that scene. He goes in, the revolution. He just plays it so beautifully.
as I say so. And I will be your president.
And of course, Spoonie's lightsaber we had won at the hotel arcade the night before.
Yeah. Wasn't it Deal or No Deal or something?
Yeah, the Deal or No Deal actually was the best way to get tickets.
Yeah. I didn't do any gambling when I was there, not even with my free $5. Because I forgot.
I gambled while I was there, just played some blackjack.
Yeah. I was going to spend my free $5, but I forgot.
And Lindsay's actually no, one of the people in the chat is saying that she stole goggles. No, actually, I think she bought those at the thrift store.
What?
Cause,
She didn't really steal them?
yeah. But I mean, a lot of the stuff we're wearing and using, we had just gotten the day before just by going out on the town, going to a thrift store, military surplus store, and I think there was just a junk store that we visited too, when we were like trying to find a shoe for her to wield. But we'll talk some more about that in part 3.
Glorious glory. What the hell does that mean?
Glory of the
I love Chris's voice in this section.
Yeah.
Welcome to Kickassia. He nailed that 40s radio speak. It was brilliant.
Oh, you know what's funny is Kickassia, that music that's playing. We just took over our own nation, and yet we're using an American tune.
We don't
Well,
understand.
actually, you know what? Actually, it does make sense because he's probably making this documentary for the good people in America to tell them about the godless heathens in Kickassia.
Do you really think other nations will trade goods and valuables just for video games?
Did Jason bring the video games?
Yep.
I don't
was-
think he did.
He did?
Yep.
Oh,
I thought Doug had those ones.
I'm pretty sure he brought them. Maybe I was wrong. I just know that they were specifically brought because we knew that we were going to be. That it was in the script. Him saying like, "Oh yeah, it's really rare over there" or something.
Yeah. I remember there was an alternate take where he asks if he thinks it's going to work, and Jason just goes, "Hell no, I don't think it's going to work at all."
Stupid idea.
Yeah.
and there was the sequence where Mar's girl kicks everyone's ass.
She got that jacket at the military surplus store because that was the thing. Half of us did not have any real supplies for this because we had no idea where the hell to get some of this stuff. And some of the areas we live in did not have any military surplus stores nearby. I did try to get an army helmet from a surplus store nearby. They did not have any, and none of the ones that I called had any either. Joe had to rent one from a costume shop and bring it with him for this.
I never planned on bringing a weapon through customs. And I barely got there anyway.
See, that's the thing. Why didn't they just pay to ship it to the hotel? What? Don't fly with the guns? No.
I think there's always some concerns about doing that, like it might get lost in shipping, or the hotel might do something stupid, or it won't arrive in time.
Well, it looks like you guys haven't put it on a flag.
I actually trust the shipping stations more than I do hotel luggage. I mean, airline luggage.
We really need a kick-ass flag.
I must say, he doesn't look very
Oh, Brad.
He's not, Chris. He's
I liked how Brad said he was worried that he
Poor
actually had
Tom.
to design the flag.
Poor Tom. Tom's just like, I'm humoring all you bastards.
Well, Tom apparently doesn't mind. He apparently he does not like being on like a speaking role or anything like that. He's perfectly fine not doing a lot. Oh, I think it was pretty bad of us for all to all give him the finger.
It was just the salute. We were saluting him.
And Lee here is just stealing the show in this whole thing.
I can touch.
I can feel you.
He was really happy that actually be able to do something. He was there for the brawl, but of course he was still 2D. So basically they shot his stuff, took still photos, and then he sat out the rest of it, just sitting in the background with the rest of us, just waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah, that would be disappointing.
I got to meet him at MagFest. He was really nice. And Dina too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they're very nice people.
It was cool. Like he comes over to me and he's just like, "Seen the videos? Fan of your stuff? Handshake? Oh, it's so pleasant."
Whereas when I got there, Mars Girls is like, I'm like, "Hey, Mars Girl, how you doing?" He's like, "Who is this person talking to me? I've never seen."
She never talked to me at MagFest. She didn't talk to me until we were literally sitting together at the panel. That's the first time she ever talked to me. I'm like, "Hey, we've never said anything to each other."
Well, part of the thing there was you get Mars Girl at a convention and she's just going DDR like crazy. Didn't she DDR till she puked this year at MagFest? Yeah, there you go. So
Wow.
Oh,
no,
and
we roomed together at on Suburban Nights, and she was really nice. We got to
And
talk.
you still didn't talk to each other.
Yeah.
Bennett's
Just like
Uzi
that.
was a water gun that he also got at the surplus store, and it had the worst orange cap ever. All it was just a bunch of orange tape that you could unpeel.
I like Jason's guns the best, the gun waters. I like that that's what they were named on them, gun waters. Gun water? Really?
This is all just one big Looney Tunes sketch in essence. We're just
This was really serious. What the hell are you on?
It's all a farce. Oh my God, Spoonie. No!
It worked. Oh.
Yeah, RL King in the chat's got it. It's a Mel Brooks style movie. When I play, what's that?
It says when I play doctor or something.
I play to win. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
oh, hey, who's that guy? I think I know him.
No.
That was the past. And this loser, who the hell is he?
I don't know. I've never seen him
He's
before.
weird.
I remember one of the blooper takes this. Tell me, how do you plan to fix this? And then I just open my mouth like say nothing.
Probably would have been pretty funny if they left it like that.
And as you notice, everyone like has different outfits for a lot of this stuff. My changing outfit, I buttoned up my jacket, and subsequently I lost the buttons on my jacket. I don't know what the hell happened to them.
Oh, fuck
So-
this guy.
Sorry.
So Phelan, do you bring the same red shirt for your shoots, or do you just have like a closet full of them?
I have a few, but that one's not even the red one, which is why I find it funny, that everyone draws me or whatever puts me in the red shirt now. That one's kind of the maroon one I have.
Oh, it's not red, it's maroon.
Well, it is!
I think what helps Lindsay's performance here not just be constantly a Sarah Palin thing and dated subsequently is that since we never actually specifically call her Palin or anything like that in the movie, that it can just be parodied as just like some naive politician who's just playing nice and just to do that get in deep and whatnot. I this is why I'm not good at commentaries on my own.
I do like that her wigs for both years, or for the last 2 years, have been almost exactly like her regular hair anyway.
We went out and on the same day we went out and got everything. We went to a wig store and we actually bought it, and it's really nice. It's like real hair. I think it was made from real hair.
She's wearing someone else's hair. That's kind of creepy.
What's your opinion on that?
No,
Right.
that's,
The lady
that's
we
actually how a
killed for
lot
the
of,
hair didn't
professional wigs
mind.
work. It's people donating their hair.
I'm going to be meeting her for the first time this week, actually.
Oh yeah, New York Comic Con.
No,
Watch
this
out.
week. She's coming to Nashville to go to the Rift Tracks thing with me and Jo.
Oh really? Oh, I guess I jumped the gun on New York Comic Con.
She's crazy. Watch out. She'll probably try to kill you.
Yeah, I would never hang out with her.
That's
She'll
okay.
strangle you with her bow tie.
We know you wouldn't.
Lots of people try to kill me. I'm used to it by now.
Oh, okay.
Something broke and I didn't do it.
Well, first we planned on taking over the neighbors down the street. We sent them pamphlets. Then we
And of course, the critic and that awesome voice he sports throughout this.
a gentleman.
Yeah, I found it annoying.
Greetings.
I hate annoying voices.
Yes, all
The
these
rock
things are
binder!
saying-
Fuck the rock binder!
That's Fritz von Baum.
I am
Nostalgia
disappointed
bison.
that you didn't ride a motorbike to Born to Be Wild.
Oh, I'm going with it.
Yeah, well, if I was writing the script, that's what I would have been doing.
Just have a random scene in the middle of everything, no context. Don't explain it. Then you go back.
Hey guys, Born to Be Wild! Just doing donuts.
Heading on the highway.
It will like poorly green screen you in front of something as you're driving a motorcycle.
You know what I just realized? You know, right? He's not even walking away. He just walks over to that spot and then just stands there and then waits for
Yeah.
to give him the
He wants him to get him to do it, but he has to do
Naturally.
it right.
What sucks is when they take over, when you guys take over Molossia, you keep the Molossian DVD collection in the background there.
Well, it's a good DVD collection. and
Waste
we get
not, want
more
not.
I have a new rule. Every day at 4 o'clock p.m.
I could just imagine Bod like sitting down and watching, you know, Legally Blonde or something, and in his outfit. Have a family night.
Is this Hogan's Heroes related?
All in favor say aye. Aye.
Nah, that's stupid.
I'm just
Yeah,
waiting
you
for
wanna-
Phelous to get slapped again. That's my favorite part.
Oh man,
I
everyone
really
knows
went
that
and
he's
slapped
most
myself.
well known for slamming Doug against the fridge.
Yeah.
Now, you want to talk confusing character bits? The cinema snob is he wears two different pairs of glasses, and apparently, just whenever he moves outside of the house, he takes off the huge 80s sunglasses.
Well, it seems like when he's in this one that he's just playing it as Brad anyway. It doesn't seem like he's
Yeah.
even playing cinema.
He's
snob.
more the Brad side of cinema
The
snob.
Brad snob.
Brad tries filmmaking.
Da 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 da!
Little beer holders on the side.
Maybe you should be president. This is a great red herring. I don't get why people are. I get why people are upset that that Baugh did not do that. I like to think of it that Baugh had this plan all along. And actually he did do it. He fermented rebellion in the people that eventually caused it all to collapse in the end.
Yeah.
And Doug's own natural paranoia contributed to it.
I thought it was fairly obvious that he dropped the paper to you guys with the bombs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Matthew.
He looks different back then than now, and it's only been a year, but he does look different.
It might
He's
be the
really
hair.
grown up.
Finally grew up. We had a quinceanera for him. So.
I think a lot of it is our hairstyles.
Yeah, he has a different haircut,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Forever.
Hi, Mr. Critic. We're friends, right?
Indeed, we are of course friends.
Oh, I'm still waiting for the spin-off, The Finance Snob.
Stop. What's up?
Finances.
And of course, in between, anytime they were doing takes on the couch, we were all over here, like either outside or just like gathered around the table, signing autographs on our laptops or anything like that. And Lindsay almost spoiled everything. She tweeted that she was in Reno.
Yeah.
You fool!
She does that a lot, I find. She just tweet whatever.
Yeah.
We tried it. It's just me. I like having things as surprises.
Oh, I like having things as surprises too.
And of course, Juwario and Justin and I were actually slapping each other.
Poor Justin.
I think the anniversaries themselves, though, have become a little silly to try and hide completely because everyone knows.
At this point, I don't mind. I don't mind because it's obvious we're all going to Chicago at the same time. We all tweet that we're going away at the same time.
Well, yeah, this year especially when everyone starts saying like, "I won't be around for a week," it's like, well, there goes any kind of surprise.
You should do that and just not do an anniversary video.
Yeah,
Screw it,
just
everyone.
plan it. Yeah. Welcome back to Fartassia.
Damn
it!
Oh my gosh! Hey guys, I know that sounded like Phelous, but it was actually Linkara. He made a fart joke. You heard it here.
Oh man!
I didn't know.
Oh.
Okay, I'm telling the candy.
I thought you were classier than
Okay.
Okay, here's the candy story. Every day, every day we were out at Molossia, Bargo would go off with like one or two of us out to the nearby strip malls to get us food. And I accompanied him along for one of the trips, and basically the orders were for like 3 or 4 different places. So I went off on my own and got like some Subway food for everybody, but I still had a lot of time because Bargo and I can't remember who else was with us. We're still getting their food. So I stopped by a Hollywood Video that was closing down. And I was just, looking through, see if there's any games or movies that were going cheap that I could get. There was nothing really there that I wanted, but also their candy was on sale. So I was like, hey, awesome. I will buy a whole bunch of candy for the shoot. Just like, to have for everyone to enjoy. So I bought like 3 or 4 boxes of different candies like Starburst and M&Ms and Skittles and crap. And I brought it back with me. I left it in the car, though, because I was too busy passing out regular food to everybody. And I completely forgot about it. So later on, because the house had to be deserted for some of the like insano fight scenes and whatnot, everyone else was gathered into the cars. Angry Joe finds the candy and starts eating it himself. And I think he was distributing it, but I was just like, damn you, Joe! You stole the candy!
And that's where babies come from.
We bought a bunch of candy in Suburban Nights, too, we were there over Easter, and so the day after Easter, everything was on sale. We're like, Easter sale! Woo!
We tried to go there on Easter to get the candy, and the stupid Target was closed.
That was surprising to me, because I get, like, on Christmas that stores are closed, but Easter was surprising.
I understand some stores being closed. I don't get Target being closed on Easter.
Oh, I mean...
It seems kind of silly.
This crowded, cramped hotel room that actually was still pretty roomy as long as we weren't sitting on the bed.
Yeah, they had to shoot it. It had to look like we had less room than we really did.
Happy birthday to me. I love how we all defer to the cinema stop.
Well, don't we already?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so... It's that voice,
I
man.
trust him with my finances already. So.
Water pouring down your 3-dimensional organs. It is miraculous.
He might be planning to blow us all up. He's mad, I tell you! Mad! Mad!
Look, the nostalgia critic may be a little
So, 100 pounds of dynamite.
Yeah.
Never-
I'm gonna tell a random story, I guess. I remember the first time I seen you, Lewis. Is when I was getting my card for the room. I was like one of the last people there, and you just come like strutting down in a bathrobe down to the lobby.
I needed something from the front desk, and I was just like, well, it's late at
Yeah,
night.
but-
I'm gonna wear the robe that I brought for linking up with Linkara because I'm just awesome like that.
Yeah, it's always just an image I remember now, though, because of that. It's like, dun, dun, yeah.
You and
And then I think you gave me the first, oh, you're a lot taller than I thought you'd be.
you are really freaking tall.
Yeah.
I was just really surprised by that.
It's
I was
one
like,
of the-
oh my god, you're like handsome Tom tall.
Yeah, everyone thought Brad was tall and thought I was short. And, it's something I never thought of. Like,
Well, Brad
I
is
don't think
always-
that everyone thinks you're short.
Brad is always shot from low angle, so he appears taller. You are just like straight on, so you look like your normal height.
Hmm.
I can't remember, was
I
Mars
could
Girl
see
there?
thinking I'm just a bit shorter, but I was kind of surprised when people thought I was like really short or something. Like, what?
Was Mars Girl already there? Was it Mars Girl who arrived with you, or Benzai?
It was Mars Girl. She arrived a little bit before me. I think I was the last because of that gun camera shit in Denver.
A what?
Where they thought my camera was a gun in Denver, so I got held
Wait,
up and had
wait,
to take
what?
another flight. Yeah.
They thought your camera was a gun.
Yeah. After putting it through the X-ray, they took a while to send it through, and I was kind of like, "What's going on?" It's like, "Sir, do you have a gun?" It's like, no.
It's been a huge gun.
Yeah, I don't know how they saw any part of it as a gun.
Do they think the sun is an angry god of flaming in the sky? I mean, what the? It's a camera.
Yeah. But luckily, the security guy, though, the one that came down to check on it, he was cool. He's just kind of like, "Oh yeah, this is the part they thought was a gun. It's cool, whatever, go." But it was still too late for me to make it to my connection on time, so I had to wait for the next flight.
Keeping you safe from cameras, everyone.
And Bennett,
Yeah.
Bennett doing like a bajillion different iterations of this that he would come up on the spot.
He's good at that.
Bennett can bring on the creepy when he needs to.
Yeah.
Of course, after like 7 of them, the absolute best one was, "I say we kill him."
Yeah.
Wario. I like it.
I like it.
By the end of the week, the nostalgia critic won't be the king of
Why does nobody like the plan about spiders?
And the funny thing is, Justin doesn't like the "I like it" line anymore.
Well, you at some points a meme can just like you just get sick of it.
Oh yeah, you get forced anything down your throat, you get sick of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
No, you wouldn't, would you?
Hey, Lupa, have you seen My Little Pony?
Shut up!
Of course, the very last thing that we filmed while out in Molossia, Foam Rain doing 2 very fast takes of him somehow having memorized all this.
I guess we have no choice. We will have to give Cinema Snob a try. Bring him to me. Right.
It's really something.
And then Superman kicks.
Yeah, that was great.
He wore that shirt specifically to do the pulling apart the overshirt. Dun dun dun.
Yep.
Apparently, Rob and Doug instructed him to be the entire SWAT team all talking at once.
That it's also an unfortunate position Matthew puts Brad in. Yeah.
You know, I could depose the critic right now. Magic gun, back of the head.
That's your motivation.
Why
in this
didn't
scene.
you? You know what, Lewis? I'm still mad you just didn't use your spaceship in Suburban Nights.
It was being cleaned. It's a big ship. It needs to be cleaned, and sometimes I don't have time to clean it. It's why I got on artificial intelligence, and it just really needs to be fixed.
Sounds like a bad excuse.
I am the system.
Oh, Juario.
Oh, what should his sentencing be? Come on.
So many good lines in this. I
I
keep
know.
forgetting how good this was.
Well, I don't think it's so much the lines he's got. It's just he does great delivery of what he gets.
Lupa, Nash, you guys. I know that Lupa, you just joined the site, right?
I knew I was gonna be on the site, but I think it was like the next month that I was that I actually premiered on there after Kickassia aired or whatever.
And Nash, you were still a long way off from joining the site.
I was languishing in the forum obscurity.
What was it like watching this for the first time from the perspective of someone who had not actually joined the site yet?
I wanted to go to there. Like, gee, it'll be great when I get to the site in the next anniversary. I'll get to be in it.
I'm so sorry.
My dreams were crushed.
Well,
You do the Nash cut and put yourself in front of the TV.
oh yeah, Lupus,
just do what I did. Use cutting edge technology. Put yourself in. You tell him, snob.
Yeah, you left the hotel with him. I remember that. You're like behind the rocks already.
And Lupa.
But I mean, just like not from the perspective necessarily of someone wanting to join the site and be a part of it and part of the anniversary. Just like, what did you do as a fan? Did you like follow along with speculation of things that was going on? Did you read all the comments?
I read it. Well, even back then, I was reading the comments to go, "Oh, that's interesting. That guy's an idiot. Interesting. That guy's an idiot. Idiot. Interesting. Idiot. I did the Twitter ribbon thing. I'm like, hey guys, go watch this, but I don't really do too many of the whole comments and forum stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember when the trailer came out, I wasn't on Twitter or anything like that, so I wasn't spoiled on any of it. So I was just like mind blown. I was really excited to see it, and one of the reasons that I started doing videos in the first place was after I watched the Brawl, because that was one of the things where I'm like, oh, the site is so cool. Like, it would be really cool to be involved with something like that. And so, to see it be even better, and knowing that I was going to premiere on the site the next month, it was really exciting, because then that means that I could be invited to the next anniversary, which did happen. But it was really cool, and I'm glad that I was able to be a part of the next one.
Well, good. Now the nostalgia. Of course, this was filmed in the Nostalgia Critics then room at the time. That's actually a massage chair.
What?
Yeah, his desk.
His table is a massage chair.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I remember Lindsay talking about that, how it was squishy.
It's absolutely perfect for slamming his hands on it, because then he doesn't hurt his hands.
I'm still always impressed with that careful walk Barger does there.
Apparently, it's just like him slowly moving forward on one step, and it's...
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's so impressive, because it really looks like they would have pushed him on a skateboard.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought they did.
Yeah.
Then
Really?
Mati didn't know the tragic fate that would befall him in the next year.
Mati, the part that just kept getting cut down.
I was really sad about that because Bargo's bits in the very first draft of the script were hilarious.
Now, I wonder, with the first draft, when he's still Bargo, how that would have affected, Suburban Nights, whether Mati would have been in that at all, if it had gone through like that.
Well, that's weird because
first he was just Bargo, it wasn't Mati at all.
yeah, he was just Bargo in that. But what was so weird about it was then he kept like, I don't want to. I'm Bargo. I'm not Mati. Okay, fine. You can recognize me as Mati, but that's who I am. But then he like suddenly decides in this scene to be Mati.
That's all Lee is doing in all the scenes, just touching himself and things. And
He's amazed by his 3D-ness.
Yeah, I really like that background acting.
I suggest
Oh
an
my God.
attack.
Joe's face here.
Are you high?
No, that's the
The
next.
face he does after that. Yeah, but that's my favorite face he does.
I did like 3 or 4 different please in different tones. Please, please, please. Oh my God. No! I won't be able to.
I do like how people were really confused by the continuity of Dr. Insano now.
That's not how he works.
There's alternate dimension Insanos now.
Insano's running. Time.
People with the continuity on it's not lost, people. There is no there is no end point for this crap.
This is not my show we're talking about.
Lost?
Wait, but
Using Lost as a good thing for continuity?
Okay, point, yeah.
But I don't know how I could have warned the nostalgia critic about the room. He's in the future. How did I? You know what? I like the theory that you, Lewis, that you have a TARDIS and that we flew in the TARDIS with you to get there.
I don't have a TARDIS. That's the one.
I have a TARDIS.
Salem is the one with the TARDIS. But yeah, that bit right there, me improvise. Here's the thing. Because Insano is my arch nemesis, Doug originally did not write anything like me reacting to the fact that, why are we bringing Insano into this? So I was like, can we just do a quick improv bit where like Joe says his line, then I'm like, that's a stupid plan! And then Joe just suddenly, brought in his legendary line, then I just improv'd in, are you high?
Yeah.
Is it bad that I wanted to add fart sounds to that transformation sequence?
Damn it, woman!
Funny! That's what it looks like!
Dr. Fartsino!
Alright, make it a
What's wrong
YouTube
with
group,
you?
someone.
I think you have a problem.
To be continued.
Oh yeah, you can see the light streaming in from the back there. Part 5.
The fall of the risen of the... text God.
This is what the next Transformers movie should have been called.
Definitely.
Poor Tom is still up on the roof.
Yeah.
It's his one job in Kickassia.
You just left him up there for the entire shoot, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
He was there at that last planning stage. I like that, he just went back up there.
Time to raise the flag.
Dun, dun, dun,
Tom,
dun,
maybe you could help us
dun,
with this whole
dun.
take this back from Doug thing. Nope.
Nah, I'm good.
I'll be up here.
Doug gave me one job, I'm gonna keep it. Not getting the point.
I'm so against this plan. Why am I the backup person?
Oh, and this is the one everybody bitched about.
Doug really is a fan of slapstick, and I think it's a funny fight.
Well, no, it's not that. It's like, well, Dr. Insano, he should have used science. He makes science stuff. He doesn't shoot lightning.
I
But
had
he said it was
established in my
science
Wolverine.
lightning.
I established in my Wolverine Adamantium Rage review that he has science lightning that he shoots from his hands.
Well, he said that in this anyway.
Or it's funny.
No.
Eh?
He's cute.
Rule of funny.
Nope.
No.
Tropers.
No.
Conk, 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 conk. Oh yeah, the carrot's head banging to it. We're getting a really good view from that window.
Yeah. Impressive.
No brain.
I'd like to know where he goes, because he crashes into the counter. He has nowhere to get out of that room.
I think he crashed and
Tunnels
just fell
under
out of
the
the
ground.
ground.
Yeah.
Are you guys watching the fight, or are you like going, wow, nice wallpaper?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's squeaky.
I'm just looking at that fridge. I'm like, that is the fridge. I am the guy with the fridge. I will shove Doug against it, and that will be my thing.
This is
Fridge
a
of
good
destiny.
gag, but damn, it was loud.
Should have taken the fridge as a souvenir.
Yeah. Kevin Baugh, can I take your fridge?
No, you can't.
I'm doing it anyway. I'm that guy with
my
the
foot out
fridge.
the door.
Do, 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 do.
Really heavy.
Oh yeah, and that poor cutscene, that scene that we didn't get a chance to do because we totally forgot about it, where she tries to garrots the nostalgia critic.
Tries to what?
There's a bit from earlier where he's supposed to get up out off the couch and she's supposed to spring up from behind and grab a wire and was supposed to try to choke him, but she just misses him, and unfortunately we just forgotten to film it.
Yeah, it does make the cut though better because at that point it cuts back to saying, yeah, he's fucking nuts, which I think works better.
It does, but it helps continue the recurring theme of her trying to assassinate the critic.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, but there's still other jokes too. It might have killed it if he kept doing it.
yeah, I don't think we'd forgotten or anything. So
Good work, test monkey. So wait a second, if he has a radio informing her of what's going on, why do we need us watching?
yeah, you guys didn't do a good job watching at all. Like, oh man, he's getting up. Oh well. That must have been you again, Lewis. You're like, wait, I don't like Insano again. You're not helping.
God, I hate this movie now because that one plot hole is now going to ruin the entire thing. Let's face it, Kickassia is ruined.
It's true. It's true. This thing.
And that just rising up like that.
Well, this is just superconductor electromagnetism. Certainly you've heard of it.
The rough cut of this didn't have the lightning, so it was just all these sound effects of the lightning and then just doing the hands.
Magic hands!
It was
Magic hands!
better that way.
Too magic!
Yeah, too magic.
Levitate my rocket chair when it finally arrives.
Yeah, he's totally floating.
This was a great gag.
Yeah.
His M. Bison outfit, was it previously a Santa Claus outfit?
It was
No.
just something that was assembled by a friend of theirs, apparently, who was a
Because the
costume maker.
boots, they are Santa Claus-ish.
It is kind of Santa Santa Claus-ish, isn't it?
No.
I mean, it's still a good costume. Just boots, that's what were nice.
I like the people that are mad that they said, no, this wouldn't work this way. Lightning
Yeah,
battles
I will
from
say-
your hands. If you release
I
the
will say-
lightning, you don't go flying like that.
I will say that you guys should have done something about the lighting in this room because, oh my god.
Yeah, the exposure. I think we
Rob
deliberately
said he
overexposed
overexposed the scene on purpose to give it a different look.
Unfortunately, it clashes with the lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, if that's the case, why don't you make the lightning like red or something darker that will be more easy to stand out?
I do like that it's in a kitchen.
Knock, knock. There. Gun!
All the important things happen in the kitchen.
The kitchen's the most important room of them all. There's so many kitchens to choose from.
Holy shit!
There's so many.
The kitchens of my childhood.
Don't kill. I think I asked him where are we supposed to look, and he just said this general area. And I think Bensai and I are looking off in different directions.
I've always noticed you guys looking in different directions. Okay. One of you's just looking off at the wall or something.
We're your friends, critic.
Sounds
Here
like an
it
obvious
comes.
lie.
You're just paranoid, critic. Who else is in on it?
You are a kid.
Jesus Christ, we're all your friends, critic. Are you? Yes. Are you? Help me.
Or I'll just wait. There's Rob, man.
Yay! Wait, he just gets shot? Ugh.
Bullets, my only weakness.
I just love that shot of him lying flat on the floor.
With the eye open. Yeah.
Oh no, he's dead.
I couldn't.
Rob said that he wanted to have like a puddle of blood underneath him.
That would have been great. It would have made it so much better.
Santa Christ should have had the same send-off as Mati. Just cremate him, put him in an oatmeal can. Shoot him in the
You guys realize how hard it was to get out of that oatmeal can? Oh, sorry, Santa Christ.
They open it like one of those prank snake cans. Just
Payless, your face like, what?
I don't know how we got in there so quick. We like jumped the counter to get in there. I guess it was that important though.
They screwed up the editing here. I'm supposed to, in one of the other shots, I take off my glasses.
Oh yeah. I just like imagining that you just keep putting them on and taking them off for dramatic effect. God.
Continuity error, man. You guys suck. You can't do this for you're awful. You
No!
You can't keep up with the glasses on or off. You're amateur. You're awful. You should stop doing this forever.
Yeah.
Yep, there's the glass.
The only thing that'd make this worse is a bunch of cameos.
I think this is a great way to get as many other people on the site as possible, and what was the other thing? Oh, and it's a great parody of that. Yes, if we just wish hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that everyone seems to be filled with childlike wonderment.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're so sad that Santa Christ is dead.
I was just mostly happy to be holding Jason's hand here.
Oh.
And pretending to be holding someone else's hand on the other side, because no one was there.
We believe in Santa Christ.
All the people out there. Everyone.
He's still smiling. They can't ruin Matthew's good mood.
This was a fun bit, but after like about 2 months on the site, this kept going around, and I'm like, can this stop now, please?
We believe in Santa Christ?
Yes, can it please stop?
Yeah.
Didn't
It was
Cold
funny.
Guy send like a lot of footage?
Oh yeah, I looked at his takes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes of him just like going on and on and on.
Yeah. Starting a little sermon. I believe. Do you believe?
I believe in Santa Christ.
I believe in
Wait, who was the one with the makeup?
The makeup. Oh,
Guy
guy
liner.
liner. Yeah.
Basically, that Jewish guy was like, I don't think I should say this, because, I don't really believe in Christ. So it was like, okay, I'll have my other character say it because he's not Jewish.
Oh, that was him. Okay, I really didn't even know it was the same guy.
What?
Yep,
You're the kind of person who doesn't know Clark Kent is Superman.
Okay,
Well,
Nash, do we really have to get into that argument?
I really wish the dumpster scene had actually been filmed. Is that, it just being voiceovers like that wasn't the plan. It ended up getting not filmed because of lack of time.
Joe was supposed to hit a table, but there wasn't a convenient table, so just hit Mickey.
Yep.
Mickey, table, same difference.
Whack.
What do you say, Linkara? Why don't you try out some of that?
I was originally, the thing is, I always like to incorporate, my actual character into this. So originally, I wasn't polishing the gun. I was reading a comic that I brought along with me. He was like, "No, we can't do that. We're afraid DC will sue for some reason."
Yeah.
But you had the Risk game out.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, but it's totally cool if we dress up like characters like Snow White
Or
and stuff
Star
like that.
Trek. You get
Yeah.
the big Star Trek emblem on now. That's worse.
I had to perfect this technique really quickly to get it off really quickly, because otherwise it'll be like, I can't get the jacket off.
No, I like the
couple
outtake when you
things-
throw Joe to the side and go, "Are you okay?" It's,
I was
I'm
like,
gonna have
he really
to do it
sold
again.
He sold that show. I was like, "Gee, did I really push him that hard?" Greatest plan man has ever known. Those stupid friggin' pips. The rank pips on my collar, I decided to get magnetic ones because I did not want to ruin my uniforms anymore with pins, and they always felt weird. So I got magnetic ones. The stupid magnets on them are too strong. They attract to each other.
Yeah, I remember you held up the whole production with your Captain Pips. It's like, I can't be a lieutenant or whatever you had on there first.
This was my. Of course, I was going to do it, but all that Doug said was that he wanted me to do a Patton impression, and I was just like, okay, but I've always wanted. I don't know why, but I had this strange fascination in my head of wearing a Starfleet uniform and also an Army helmet. I'm that much of a geek that I might be a great military strategist, but I can't get away from my geeky roots.
Yeah,
And I think that a true uniform is a Starfleet uniform.
it's a funny mismatch there.
And Board James's obligatory cameo.
Yeah, even though he
Thundercats
wanted no
hat.
part of it, but Doug had blackmail material on him, so.
Monty will come in from Messina.
But this game is so much more fun, though.
And I wanted to, and we kept trying to include more Patton lines into it. The problem being there was no natural way to get in one of my favorite Patton lines. His speech, last great opportunity of a lifetime, an entire world at war, and I'm left out of it. The problem is I can't, but there's no natural place to put that.
I'm not sure George C. Scott was acting in that movie.
And teleporting Matthew. He got in there and closed the door really quick.
What are you doing here?
That's right, we didn't film the actual pulling him into the door.
No.
That is, if you still have
Lee.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Lee stole this thing.
It's going like a spider on him. What's he doing?
Poor Mars girl. What do I do with this?
There.
I want his head. I love the way he says that.
I want his freaking ass.
Yeah.
You just missed a humorous cameo from Board James.
He'd be a good supervillain.
Bring down the Empire.
Other than the cloak thing, that didn't work out so well.
I think Film Brain is a supervillain, be kind of like Scott Evil, you know?
You wouldn't suspect him, though. That's the thing.
We're all just happen to be standing in the exact right way to do this.
Oh yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get this done.
That lineup completely unintentional. Good.
And now my bear again.
Scratching his head with his gun.
I would love to know what my actual plan here was with my bear.
I know.
Okay, I'll lower it down and distract him. And he'll be like, oh, look at the pretty bear. Look at the pretty bear.
That's a stupid plan.
Are you high? There actually was, someone had asked in the chat about the eventual Barry versus bear fight. I did want to do that for the 3rd anniversary. I think I want to do that for both the 2nd and 3rd anniversary. We kept running out of time before I could do it. But we'll see what else we got in the next part.
All the good shit happens.
This is the part where we learn about what Malachite's hand really is.
This is gonna suck.
It's all about a glove.
I want to know what Doug was doing, like, while he's just jauntily walking through the yard there.
Just his daily walk and sing around Kickassia.
Girlish glee, 3 little mates from school. I love how my plan was ambush him and fire at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time
Can't
just
believe
get to
that
someone who
took
can
that much
shoot.
explaining, Lewis.
My plan is still being taught at West Point.
Especially someone who can't aim firing the gun.
Yeah.
Oh, magnificent bastard, I read your book!
And for this scene, Pa stole my sword.
Where'd you get that sword anyway? Did you like, did you like
It
get
was-
that?
No, Doug had that one.
That's right, he brought along weapons, didn't he?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Jason
Okay,
raising
that's-
the gun sideways, gangsta style.
That bit with Mickey is just glorious.
Revolution!
That man just cannot keep his clothes on.
I think I'm just gonna call TMI on that part right now.
What?
I don't need to know
Ben's
about.
It's basically like a Pokemon trainer turning his hat to the side and throwing berry.
We all love Mickey not keeping his clothes on.
There's another great cutscene where I decide to, where we came up with on the spot where I dropped the binoculars. But the problem
yeah.
was that I actually dropped the binoculars.
Yeah.
Lee looks freaking evil in this.
There's a thug there. Cheating.
Yeah, I dropped the binoculars and then I make binoculars with my hands. Because really, this is like, how big was Kevin Baugh's backyard? It was only like, what, 30, 40 feet?
Yeah.
What am I looking at through the binoculars?
Looking at those
Here it
dogs.
Woo! Woo!
There it is!
Oh, Oscar moment! You did it!
Watch my hands change from around his neck to on his shoulders.
You
You're
know,
kind of
that's
moving
just
back
'cause
and
you're
forth. You're
magical.
debating about whether or not you want to choke him or not.
Yeah. Like, kill him now or wait.
You're giving him the Phelous neck pinch.
Did you think, when you were filming the scene, this is the moment that's gonna make me? It's what I'll be remembered for.
Yeah.
I could kill him right
I
now.
was
and
excited to
with
do
a
the
knife.
throwing him against the fridge bit though.
Yeah, well,
That's why I ran
I
with it and
suppose
renamed myself that
it's-
guy with the fridge. Wait, I forgot to do that. I'll get on that later.
Weren't you Dr. Insano?
I get better.
A new age lies before us.
And he'll never be Dr. Insano again.
It's okay, we got it. Spread out over.
It's the only time in the entire movie he's like happy. It's like he got it out of his system.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to imagine you guys killed some random person out there. We got him!
We got
What?
the bomb.
Yeah.
why is Matthew smiling at the camera in the background of all those shots?
Whoops.
Like he's just looking at
just-
the
who,
camera.
you know
with
who
his
Joe and I
face.
killed? We killed the next Phelous.
The idea.
Oh no!
Me.
He had gotten there early.
Hey guys, I'm here for a kick-ass.
Fire!
Hold it.
Oh no, we killed Phelous. Whatever.
I don't know what technique Spoonie is using, but it's not gonna work.
That's the best punching technique. What do you mean? Overhead punches.
You can totally tell that's Jew Wario right there.
He's
Yeah.
just barely tapping him.
I know.
He's sort of like massaging him with his shoe.
It's over. The evil
We didn't want to really.
Yay! I changed position a lot.
The family again.
It's hard to do fake hits when like there's so many of them and we can't cover it up just by the angle. Revolution.
What is this?
The final boss is approaching.
The final boss, Mexican Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, we can see Lupa in the background of these shots, of course. Kind of in the light.
Well, I gotta support my buddy, you know.
You were pulling Lindsay's strings all along.
It was me the whole time.
You can
True
see the
power
face.
behind the throne.
You can see the face of Lupa and the wood grain on the kitchen cabinets. No, really, look hard.
And that's how I became the president of Molossi.
Excuse me, but it was my insight.
Renamed it Lupassia.
Lindsay couldn't do an evil laugh.
First acting president.
Here's the bit where we wish it fit over your helmet.
You really wish it did. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Brad made no attempt to, not let you take that.
Yeah.
Who got? Didn't someone get cut here?
Brad.
Brad.
Really bad.
Sharp hats are sharp.
Yeah. That hat was a problem. That
I
emblem
deliberately
fell
grabbed,
off at once
after he
too.
hurt himself. I deliberately grabbed away from that sharp metal.
Wait a second.
Dumbre loves Santa Claus.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh. We all love Santa Christ. He is Santa and Jesus. God damn.
I like they shoves them away there though. It's like, okay, this hug
That
is
away
over.
from the kid.
We had our moment.
I want to see a Christmas special starring Film Brain.
That's okay.
Oh! What's that you gave him?
And then a
Just
real
having it.
Othello
I
game
love it.
starts in the background.
He's just hamming it right up. I love Matthew.
Oh, listen, this task wasn't any of yours.
Oh no!
Aren't you
Brad
Well,
looks
you
like,
can
what is going on? What happened to my life?
I like that you can see Rob's real shirt underneath the costume.
Well,
I remember when Santa Christ says, like, do you know about coming back from the dead? Lee said, oh, Phelous does. I was like, yeah, but it takes me a week at least. He only took 3 days.
Joe was just loving every scene he got to do this.
shine and bask.
When it comes to Joe, I do not doubt his commitment to Sparkle Motion, I'll tell you what.
What?
Now Doug's gonna turn the TV on and kill us all.
You put your jacket over your Starfleet uniform.
Where all my power comes from. Soon the Starfleet uniform will morph back into my regular outfit. It's like a symbiote. Actually, the reason I put the jacket back on again was my logic of, I know where this is going. I better just get ready to go.
there's so many undertones going on here. You just don't know about it.
I like that he left the house to come back and tell him that he's getting it back.
Because I can't run a nation.
What happened to Santa Christ? He just kind of like faded into the background while the critic was threatening to blow everything up.
Yeah.
Oh,
He went back
I
from
don't wanna
whence he
die
came.
again.
oh, fuck this noise! Later, everyone.
Shows up. Can you tell
Went
him
back
that
to his home
Kickassia is his
planet.
again?
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
Santa Christ died again on his way home. Oh, damn it.
And of course, the very somber ending. In the rough cut of this, they had Barber's Adagio for strings. It was really sad.
It should have been kept really sad. And then it should have ended with Mati's death again.
And
In my mind, I actually did recommend to Doug. I thought that that these ending credits should be read by Little Karibo.
Lindsay's wig changed.
Did they not learn that it was
It's always the problem with doing this in different shots and having the one cameraman only for Kickassia. Rob had to just keep moving around, and we had to walk down the same aisle over and over and over.
revenge is a dish best served cold.
So the continuity changes between shots.
Once before, that all is fair in love and war.
There's no.
And that's why there was no narrator in Suburban Nights.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's all explained.
The credits.
Ooh. We learn nothing. Remember the moral of the story, kids. Thank
When
you.
you
Have
learn
a
a
good night.
lesson, actually take it to heart.
And the lesson is, if you look and talk like Patton, everything will be okay.
Except when it isn't.
You magnificent bastard. I read your book.
In my flights of fantasy.
I
No.
don't want to end this way.
Wait, why is Justin taller than you, Phelan? Dude.
Marion didn't know how tall I was until she actually seen this.
Handsome Tom is just like towering over us all.
The end, Kickassia. That's how it should have ended, really. And then Mati dies right after.
So,
The
final thoughts
end.
on Kickassia.
I didn't like it.
Oh no!
I am very proud of what we did in this, and while it certainly was not the strongest in terms of like overall story, I think it was funny, I think it was entertaining, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Definitely. It was a blast to be a part of.
I don't know why
My
I'm
first time
here.
meeting everyone. It was great to meet Nash and Lupa at it. So those are my fondest memories.
Shh, we didn't want Nash to know he was there.
Oh, it's too bad. I'm telling everyone.
Damn it, man, the entire conspiracy is going down now.
It's over. We can't hide it any longer, Lewis.
Nash, you were the true president of Kickassia.
Dun dun dun.
To be continued next anniversary.
You make me sad.
Anyway, thank you all for listening to us waste an hour and a half of your time.
Yay!
Anyway, thank you all for watching.
Everyone is now an hour and a half closer to death.